So now let's take a look at how you accept a job and complete it. So when you're in your vehicle, and you're going to make sure that your status is set to available so the system knows to send you jobs. So in this case, we'll go ahead and send us a job here. System is now looking to see if you're available, whether your location is. Okay, so now we received this job. You see that it's a new job, it's an ASAP job. If it was a pre-booking, you would see pre-booked on there and what zone it's on. If you were to not accept this within the 20 seconds, it will automatically be declined. We'll wait for that to happen, and you'll see this message telling you to make sure that if you're out of your vehicle, that you set your status to unavailable. So let's go ahead and OK this. And you see that the system marked you as unavailable, because if you timed out on a job offer, then it obviously means that you're probably not in your vehicle. So when you step back in your vehicle, make sure that you click on that and go back to available status again. So let's see if we can resend us that job. It's going to take a second for it to find us. And once you've rejected a job, you're sort of at the bottom of the queue for that particular job. So it's going to take a second for it to resend it to you. Okay, so in this case, now let's say if you actively wanted to decline a job, you would hit decline and you'll get a confirmation box. So if you hit that by mistake or whatnot, just go ahead and cancel that. And to accept a job, simply click on accept. And you hear the trumpet and you've received a job now. The system will now automatically show you any info, any notes about that job and asking you to confirm it. This is to make sure you did not miss this. You have to see this and you have to actively confirm it. The tablet will continue to beep until you have read this and have confirmed it by pressing on OK. So now you are at the active job screen. You will see that you have an arrive button, an info button, and you are shown the time for the booking, and it's an ASAP call. It's an account job. The name is John Doe. It's an HCBS account. Name is John Doe again. We'll talk about this phone in a second. This direct connect phone will always be the same, and we'll explain how that works. So this is not going to be the actual phone number for the passenger, but rather a direct connect phone number. This is the pickup location. This is the type of vehicle that was requested and the number of passengers expected. You also see your toggle button. That's the same as we discussed before. That's your panic button. And here you see an ETA button, and it is flashing because you are about to be late for that pickup. So within about 5 minutes of getting to your ETA position, that ETA button will start to flash. So if you're going to be late for whatever reason, if you think there's no way you're going to make it there in 1 minute, you can go ahead and click on that, bring up the update ETA minutes, and let's say I'm going to be 5 minutes late. So I'm going to set that. So rather, I'm going to be 5 minutes from that ETA. I'll go ahead, let's make that 7 minutes. So this way I can go ahead and add that. And now I have informed the system and the client that I am 6 minutes away rather than 1 minute, which is what it was saying before. So this is important for you to update that so that everybody knows where you are and when to expect you. Clicking on the info button will bring the same notice that you see in the beginning. Any notes about the job will be on here. You got your job number and any information that pertains to that job. You can go to the options button, and that takes you to all the various choices that you had. You can go ahead and take a break, for example, while you're on the job, so that immediately after following the job, you will be on a break. This is where you would invoke your navigation. So we'll talk about that in a second. This is also where you would declare a no-show. Obviously, you can't declare that because you haven't even arrived yet. So it's going to tell you, please arrive before you can say no-show. So here we're back at the active job screen, and we are ready to proceed to our pickup location. If I know where I'm going, let's go ahead and start driving. If you need to use navigation, go ahead to the options button and hit navigation. And at this point, you're in Google Maps. All of you know how to use Google Maps, so it'll automatically show you the best route from your location. In this case, we're really close, so it's showing me walking distance. But so you go ahead and start your navigation and use Google Maps as you normally do. Now, in order to get back to the job screen, you need to click on the device home button. So not on the tablet, but the actual physical home button device to go back to the main screen, and then hit the iCabbi icon again, and now you're back to iCabbi. And I can go to my job description screen. And notice that you have this little window, this little navigation window now. So if for whatever reason you didn't want to stay in the Google Maps screen, or you needed to come back to see something about the job, you can actually still start or keep using this navigation until you're reached your location. If you want to get rid of this little window, what you do is you tap on it, and if you noticed, I can move this anywhere I want to get it out of the way. Once I tap once on that window, I'll see these two options. On the bottom, on the top left, it's the expand button. And if I click on that, it will just simply take me back to full screen. So it takes me back to Google Maps. And again, in order to go back to the app, I need to hit the home button on the tablet, hit iCabbi again, and now I'm back. If I'm done with navigation, I tap on this once and I click on the little X, and that actually closes the Google Maps. So now let's say that I've arrived at my location. I'll go ahead and click on arrived, and the passenger will be notified via text or call. Now let's say that you want to actually personally connect to this passenger. You can call the passenger by dialing this number, 970-245-5955. This is a number that you should add to your contact list on your mobile phone and have it available as a quick call, as a speed dial. Because for every passenger, you'll call that same number for every passenger. Point of this is that the system will connect you to that passenger when you call that number. The system knows what job you're on, and the system knows the passenger's real number, and it will connect you through your mobile phone to that passenger. When the passenger receives a call, they will see the Sunshine Rides main number. In this manner, both parties' private numbers are kept private. So we don't have to worry about you giving out your number or giving out other people's numbers to you. So again, make sure, and this will be written somewhere in the office and also in the manual. So make sure you add this number to your speed dial on your mobile phone, because you'll be using this all the time. Okay, so now let's go back to the to the job screen. So what you see on the right is again the minimal detail about the job, and you have on the left you have your GPS meter. Right, it tells you that it's a fixed job. Right now it says NA because no information is given until the passenger is on board. So we'll cover the meter a little bit later. Your buttons are POB, so passenger on board. So as soon as the passenger gets into the vehicle, you want to click that. Details, again, we already saw. That just gives you the details of the job. And let's wait for that to go back to the main screen. Okay, and then back to the options where we came before. So here's where you had your navigation, your short break, messages, anything like that. And if you wanted to talk to base, for example, let's say you still need a unit number, I would just send them a request for a unit number. It's all set. The next thing that's available in options is no-show. So let's say that you decide that a passenger cannot be found. You can declare a no-show. They ask you, are you sure you want to do that? And you say, okay. Now the system is going to come and tell you that you have to actually wait 5 minutes uh, from the pickup time before you can declare a no-show. So it actually tells you what time you have to wait. So right now it's 12:38 in this demo, and it's telling me that I have to wait till 12:40 before I can invoke a no-show. So we'll come back to that and show you how that's done if we have time. Um, but let's take a look at what happens if you actually find the passenger. So in this case, I will say passenger on board. So now you see that my meter shows me the amount of the for the ride, the fare, and my choices are now changed to stop, pause, and STC, and we'll go through those in a second. So again, looking at the meter, we see that the price is fixed, so obviously the fare is not going to change as you drive. At this point, you'll start driving. You see that you're going to the Mesa Mall. Again, you could go to options and you could hit navigate to navigate to the Mesa Mall if you don't know how to get there. And notice that this time, um, and you want to exit navigation to get back to because we were already in it for the pickup. That's why it's asking you if you want to exit. So this time when you come to the Google Maps app, you'll see that your little mini meter here is available. Again, you can move this out of the way. You can put it anywhere you want. And you can go back to the app by simply clicking on this meter. So it kind of saves you a step. When you're going to your destination, once the meter is active, it's easier to get back because you can just click on the meter and come back to the active job screen. So once you start driving, you'll see that the distance will start going up as you drive. Obviously, again, this is a fixed fare, so it will not change. If this was not a fixed fare, if it was a cash call, you would see $4, which is our flag drop, and it starts going up incrementally as you drive. Wait minutes is something we don't use, unfortunately, in the system. For them, wait minutes is calculated automatically, but it also includes waiting time in traffic, which is something that we don't charge for in Sunshine Rides. So we actually will not be using wait minutes. And same with charge. However, the way we're going to deal with wait minutes is you can click on extras and you can add any wait time, any deadhead, or any extra passengers. In this case, there was an extra passenger, so we can click it once, and it's for every passenger is adding $2. Let's say that you had to wait 5 minutes, click this 5 times. So now I've added 5 minutes. And once I see the extras amount is the way we want it, I'll go ahead and submit that, and that's been added to the fixed amount. Now, some account jobs you cannot do this on. We will deal with that. That's something that you have to collect in cash. We'll explain that later. So in this case, let's say you've driving and you can pause the meter again on a fixed job. It's not going to really make a difference. But if you for whatever reason you want to pause the meter, you can go ahead and pause it, and then it'll change to resume, so then you can resume it. Once you arrive at your location, you can click on stop. So now you have you're ready to finish if you're indeed completely done, if you're at your drop-off location, you can go ahead and finish. And now you're taken to the payment screen. And the payment screen, you have your fare. If there was a voucher number that you need to put in, you can go ahead and put it in here. If there was a email receipt that you need to collect, because you could send an email receipt to the client, you could do it here. Once you have everything that you need, you go ahead and click submit, and you are now done, and you return to the home screen. Again, the system is set right now to automatically put you into unavailable status. This is to allow you to go on break or do anything rather than immediately getting a job back to back. And that's a problem that we've had in the system before. So this way you're automatically unavailable. So when you're ready again to take the next job, you simply click available and you're ready for your next job. So that's how you accept a job and complete it. We will be starting some credit card processing within the app, hopefully within the next couple of weeks. But for now, just continue to use Square or use your personal device to complete a transaction. And that's it for accepting and completing a job.